I'm a fan of gold. I'm a fan of Bitcoin. By the way, Bitcoin, with all this stuff, holding itself here about 85,000, I think is definitely showing its true colors now. Gold, new high every day. Gold is going up like we're in a depression, but there's reasons for that. The reasons are attached to the first segment that I talked about. What are foreigners doing? What are they doing? They're getting rid of their dollar-denominated assets. Where is the money going? To gold, to hard assets, right? Okay, well, gold, I think, is like 3,300 now, 32, 3,300. Okay, well, here are the numbers. Gold is trading like we're in a depression. I don't think we're in a depression. I think we're going to be allowed to go in a depression. Over the last 20 years, gold is now outperforming stocks, up 620% compared to 580% gain in the S&P 500. Now, that I wouldn't have believed, but although this last spike that we're experiencing is pretty crazy. Over the last 9 months, gold has officially surged by over $1,000 an ounce. Why is this happening? The gold market's saying that inflation is not going anywhere because gold is a reasonably good inflation hedge. Bitcoin, I think, is a reasonably good inflation hedge. And if you had told me, Sergio, we're going to go an SPX from 6,100 to 4,800, where is Bitcoin going to be? And this sell-off is going to start when Bitcoin was at 90,000. I would have lost that bet. I would have said for sure we're going to be at 60,000 or less on Bitcoin. Not so. Holding our, holding ourselves together here at 85. So, is the next leg up coming in Bitcoin as well, just like gold? Time will tell. But I'm a bull on Bitcoin. As you guys know, I've been talking about it. I like Bitcoin. I like a dollar cost average. A little bit here, a little bit there, all the time. So what is gold telling us? Well, this is what's happening to gold as well. You guys recall in the first segment, I talked about foreigners getting rid of dollar-denominated assets, right? That's where the money is going. Specifically, China. What is China doing? Okay, China's holdings of gold and U.S. treasuries have moved in complete opposite directions. Look what's happened. Look at that chart on the right-hand side. Okay, the yellow line that was flat and took off, right? Going to the upper right-hand corner is gold. The white line going the other direction is their U.S. Treasury holdings. They used to hold 1.3, 1.4 trillion. They're down to about 650 billion in U.S. Treasuries that they're holding. Well, they're getting out. The other reason they're selling treasuries is to protect the yuan, because they don't want devaluation of the yuan, right? So they're just selling dollars to keep their currency afloat. I'll talk about that again, stay tuned. I'll talk about those two kids in the schoolyard having a little tiff going. China's holdings of gold and U.S. treasuries are moving in different directions. And that's true. And that's what's happening around the globe, too, by the way. This is not just China. A lot of foreign governments, are getting rid of dollar-denominated assets. Again, some of you may say, is the U.S. still going to be the reserve currency of the world? Absolutely. But like I said in the first segment, there's 30%, 20% of U.S. stocks up to 18.5 trillion is owned by foreigners. And 30% of our treasuries are owned by foreigners. We may have just seen the tip of the iceberg. They're getting rid of it. What are they buying? They're buying gold. Well, I don't know. Is it the right thing to do? Is it the wrong thing to do? Is it for you the right thing to step into gold now after it's gone up $1,000 an ounce? Probably not. But I think these types of things, right, trends, don't end overnight. Although it seems a little parabolic to me, it seems a little, trees don't grow to the sky type of a thing for me, but pullbacks, you have a clear trend. The world is getting rid of U.S. denominated assets, U.S. dollar denominated assets, getting into gold. That's a lot of money going into gold. And yeah, I mean, the time that gold will stop going up is going to be the time that gold decides tomorrow, if President Trump says no more tariffs, we're just kidding, which we know is not going to happen, gold will tank probably by $500, right? But at the moment, and bond will rally, and U.S. dollar will rally, and gold will tank. But at the moment, starting with China, everybody in the globe. Again, remember everybody in the pool? Now it seems like everybody is getting close to being in the pool and gold. Well, that's what's happening. The US dollar is losing its trust due to what's happening, due to the uncertainty created by the administration's decisions. And people go, well, I don't want my money in US dollars anymore. Number one, it's losing value. Number two, we have uncertainty. Number three, we don't know. Gold at least is a store of value. And that's what's happening.